When I was young.
What's up, guys? It's been a fantastic TvT so far. Looks like INnoVation might be able to pull through here, but I mean, KeeN bounced back in Game 2. He definitely made the proper adjustments. Maybe he can do it here in Game 4 and then close it out in Game 5. But INnoVation, I mean, this is if history repeats itself. You know, INnoVation's been one of the most consistent Terrans out there. We should expect to see him move on here.
That's absolutely possible that KeeN can do this. He's already shown us that in all 3 games. He's actually keeping himself very close to INnoVation. But now we're going into Cactus Valley, one of our biggest maps, second to Iron Fortress. Definitely going to be a map I feel that favors INnoVation in his late game style. INnoVation, you know, if he is left alone in the early game, will just grow and grow and grow, man. And KeeN is going to have to find an answer, find a way to shut him down.
Now let's not forget. Oh, excuse me. Let's not forget that really that was the Reaper messed up early on. I think we're gonna have a different game here. The King can just focus in, harness that power. Look, keep trying to. I ate my dinner on the break and I ate it way too fast. I'm trying to outro this. Keep burping. In the bottom left, in the red.
SK Telecom T1 INnoVation.
I'm like, just close this out. I'm like, rah, there's a third caster. It's a frog here. He's like, rah, rah.
Keeps cutting us off.
I really like the 3-way cast with Wolf and Tasus and that frog. In the upper left,
KeeN Brown.
Can we just get a shout-out thread on Reddit for the frog?
For the frog?
Does
the frog? I was like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. That was actually just me. I belched. I'm sorry.
DA think that the frog is pretty fresh and new. It's like pretty exciting. In a few weeks, I'm like, I don't know what all the hype about the frog is.
The frog is overrated. The frog is overrated.
The frog's game knowledge is pretty weak.
Yeah.
He keeps saying the same stuff. Does anyone else think the frog kind of sounds like
I think that the frog ribbited a little bit. Oh, hold up. What's up? You're on GSL, and now you're famous. INnoVation is Terran Gang.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, the reason what he's probably trying to refer to is the fact that, like, Kanghada in Korean means to be strong, so I guess he's saying he's strong at Terran. I'm just totally grasping at straws here. I don't know what he meant. I'm like, we don't like.
I think he's implying that he's a gang member.
I'm like, I don't know if we allowed to have GSL players in gangs. He's actually trying to out
sort of
here.
in gangs, right? They're in little pro teams, you know.
Yeah. Maybe it's actually run by the Yakuza, like behind all of us. Like it's like just deeper than we all knew.
Yeah, man. Well, we got it. ICB actually headed over here to the upper left. Pretty quick scout here from INnoVation, and fortunately for him, KeeN is right up there in the upper left.
I've probably asked you this before, but what's your take on these big 4-player maps? I hate them because I don't like this.
Oh, you hate them?
I don't like it that someone can get lucky like this, and then KeeN could have done the same thing and got unlucky and lose so much as a random chance.
Okay, I might be the wrong person. Well, I can answer that, but I might be the wrong guy to ask because I mean, literally, I've been playing StarCraft for now half my life. I'm 30. I think I started at 14. And so the majority of my time experiencing StarCraft was on these big 4-player maps. And so that doesn't bother me because I guess it didn't bother me enough to stop playing,
sure,
you know, back then. But I'm okay with it. I mean, granted, I think StarCraft 2, it's a little bit trickier. I think expo spacing and just spacing in general on the map is much more, it's more precise
sure.
and important where...
Yeah.
Where everybody was trying to just get their control groups in order,
yeah,
and like trying to, you know, not have their army bug out on them. So I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with it as long as there are other one-on-one maps. I think, I don't know. Here's a question for you: do you like one-on-one maps more or maps with 4-player spawns more?
Oh, definitely one-on-one. This is the reason. That's basically the only reason why I don't like these bigger 4-player maps.
I would say, and maybe I'm also saying this because like. I'm a caster now, not a tournament player, but for me, I like a bunch of different maps because I like to see a bunch of different strategies.
I like, say, imagine that this map was cross-spawn only, or vertical spawns only, or horizontal spawns only. If it had 4 spawn positions where you knew where you were going to scout, no matter what, and the map is still big and it still has like potential for games. It's the consistency. You know, I know a lot of people like that. Sometimes, like a map can be, you know, shorter distance, like these vertical spawns versus cross, and it can change the game and it changes the way you play it. So it's important to scout and whatnot, but. I just don't like it, especially in mirror matchups, how it can change the game. Oh, he's going to use this Reaper for vision to try to do damage with the Hellion, but I think he hesitated a bit too much there.
KeeN is more than ready for this.
Yeah.
Really nicely positioned Marines there. 2 up at the top. 2. Oh!
2 Reapers this time, and, you know, it gets shut down again. KeeN is not having any of INnoVation's harass. He's like,
no, he's like, get out, man. I like it, though. I mean, you can see that he's adapted pretty well. I mean, KeeN, there's a reason why we've been casting KeeN for like 4 years now.
Yeah, going on 5 probably at this
Yeah,
point.
actually probably going on 5. I mean, he's really good. He's just not the best of the best at any given point in time, but he's one of the highest ranking people on any given Sunday. You can expect a good game from KeeN, just maybe not a championship.
That's true. I mean, the thing is, KeeN's play is often considered to be very inconsistent, and even in a best-of series, some of his games are incredible, some not. But today, I feel like he's been pretty good. He's been pretty on point. Today's one of his on days. This Hellion will be shut down, hunted, basically, by INnoVation.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Really, INnoVation exhibiting that he can be quite the tactician as well here.
Yeah. Now, we just see a Raven opening for INnoVation. I feel like INnoVation's kind of started to take a bit of a different approach in this series. Just simply like, if KeeN doesn't get ahead early, I win. So I'm going to play as safe as possible.
I will bury him.
Yeah. And I will like grind him out of this game.
Yeah, basically. I mean, INnoVation's very. I mean, that's how we won all these TVZs we've been casting for the past few years.
Yeah, no doubt. Another scout attempt here. We'll see the CC, which is basically the most important thing. Didn't get to see much else, unfortunately, but still, I mean, that's the key point here. It's like, wow, is he going some crazy one base, or has he just got the CC up there?
So the starport goes ahead and lifts here. Excuse me. Sorry, bit of a cough there.
It's that Frog TriCast.
That Frog, man, he's coming back, man. The thing is, Frog was riveting when I was trying to drop game knowledge, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually done a 3-way cast, by the way?
A ton. Last year, around this time, Moonglade.
Oh yeah, what am I saying? Yeah,
we were doing.
I already do this.
Yeah, we were doing exclusively TriCast, and
what do you prefer? Two casting, 2 casters, or 3?
To be totally frank, I can't actually answer. What I prefer is what I'm doing at that time, because when you're doing 2,
that's a good answer.
When you do 2 and you move to 3, it's very difficult. But once you get used to it, it's hard to go back to 2. I feel like there are advantages to 3 because everything you say is so relevant. Someone always has something to say.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I think she might be used to doing 2.
Yeah.
Because I got so excited when I wasn't solo casting back in Brood War. I'm like, oh, great.
You got a buddy.
Now I can drink water and stuff while I do this. But I think I prefer 2, but I think we'll get on to that later. I was just going to pick your brain.
Yeah,
It's going to be selfish just ask you that question right here while this game's going on. The Banshee's doing a decent amount of damage. Actually, maybe not.
Well, despite
3 kills.
Despite being under Raven and Viking, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as much as you could do, right?
Yeah.
Without the ability to hide or defend yourself.
Yeah, so he just kind of traded that for 3 SCVs. Obviously not worth it, but better than flying into a Viking than losing it without doing anything. KeeN, at this moment in time, is just powering up his factories because he's going mech. Whereas INnoVation is doing the same, but he's kind of rushing out a Blue Flame Hellion research, which is actually scouted here by KeeN. You can see that with the scan, so that's very important. He obviously also sees the 2 factories.
Let's also see if he can't do any more damage with that. And what?
Oh, it's because he's basically mattered himself. He's like not mattered. He's not trapped in the SCVs.
Oh, you mean like a manner? Yeah. It's not optimal.
It's
optimal
really screwed his mining.
Finding. Yeah,
it's really screwed up his mining. I think that's pretty
kind of funny to see that in StarCraft II. You don't actually see that units get kind of buggy like that.
Yeah, pathing is much better in this game.
Yeah, than Brood War?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that one? Like,
yeah.
Brood War pathing like worst in the world. Oh, coming down here now.
This is actually very aggressive here. Yeah,
whoa, I don't know if
in a bad
this is
spot. I mean,
okay, he's actually back. You mean yeah.
Well, KeeN was
INnoVation in a bad spot.
Right.
Bounced out. Yeah.
What I mean to say is like KeeN is putting him in a bad spot with these turrets. Like INnoVation should not be moving into KeeN. That's a bad spot. Because when the auto turrets drop down the defender's advantage, yeah, he has all those Vikings, but he doesn't want to land them there. We do see an armory on the way now for INnoVation, as he is just producing simply tanks and Hellions. He wants to be able to make Hellbats and also to start upgrading his units. KeeN is doing the same. This is going to be our first mech versus mech game of this TvT series. Go figure, it's on one of the biggest maps. It has one of the easiest 4th bases to hold in TvT. No mystery here. This drop is scouted, but it's empty. Currently going to go pick up 2 Hellions, which will actually, by the time he gets there, transform into Hellbats.
I think this is a map where drops might be a little bit stronger than just like a push.
Yep.
There's so much open space to try to move around. And also, when you do any kind of push, it's usually easy for them to go around you or to flank you. So, I mean, I think you get a good drop in there, go undetected. So maybe Sentry Tower is even more important on this map as well.
Yeah. Well, let's see if this drop actually gets off. It looks like it's scouted and shut down. Like KeeN is like not taking any damage from any drops.
He is not going to take any flak here, man.
No, he's not. enough of that.
We've actually had in this Code A decent amount of people making command centers in other mains.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like seeing that. I thought we would just see that more, like, in general here in StarCraft II. You know, I mean, I suppose it can't be that good if it's simply scouted, but since people don't scout for it, well, I guess they are to this game, but sometimes they're really not. So, anyways, sorry. We got the Hellbats coming down here. Hitting these SCVs.
Yeah, actually doing a decent amount of damage to some of those Marines, too. Yeah, but it's, you know, SOS has really, to a certain extent, changed the meta with that. We saw last season of Code A, I think, like 4 hidden Nexi, sometimes in PvP, sometimes in, like, even PvZ, but mostly in PvP.
In PvP, it's not bad, because PvP is it's already, like, kind of tough to even get into mid-game. A lot of stuff can go wrong. And then, you know, with that being said, how often do people end up getting really good opportunities to scout? Observers are slow. It's hard to get out on the map, move around with Blink Stalkers in the way.
Yeah, and also in PvP, you know, if someone wants to warp in units, if you have a pilot at your base, you can also equally just warp in units to defend, and you have like the same response to their attack as long as you scout it. You know, I never noticed this taste, but actually Blue Flame Hellions have like, they're actually more blue than regular Hellions on top of them. Like, I don't know if I'm crazy, I've been casting this game for like 5 years, but I just noticed that.
I mean, this is one of these things that could sometimes happen, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where you're like, I didn't actually notice that before. Like, oh, he's actually going to try to come in here now. This might have been a little bit questionable here from INnoVation, but hold up. If you can get some more SC vehicles over here, just needs to hold position that and, you know, continue to do more damage to those SCVs. It looks like, excuse me, the tank is going to be taken out here as well.
Yeah, this is the first time INnoVation's really been able to find a ton of damage with this little bit of harassment he's doing. Will get cleaned up, but did some decent damage. Meanwhile, KeeN is going to deny INnoVation's third base, at least some of its production time. It is saved here. It is rescued. The 2 barracks are just kind of hanging out like, as long as we live, they can make factories. That's what we're for.
I think it's a good spot to have those barracks up for both sides since you can spot for medevac drops. And like we were saying, drops, you know, very strong on this map. And now we have actually INnoVation pushing out. INnoVation looks like he's going to come up over here to the upper right side. If INnoVation bungles this, I mean, he's going to lose all of his tanks. You really, right now, the guy who loses the tanks, the massive amount of his tanks first, is probably going to lose this game.
Yeah.
Especially with it kind of, you know, being mech versus mech like it is here.
All right, well, he's getting into a really good position. By the way, he's making a big switch to that you know, the Raven count is like starting to get up a bit higher. Mech upgrades are even currently, but he is getting the plating first. INnoVation, that is, of course. And if you look at the supply, you can see how he's down supply, but he's committing to these bigger, these more expensive in gas units, so it's going to take him a little bit more time. KeeN is going to actually see, he sees this army that's out there. He's like, well, you're way out of position. I'm going to hit your third base hard. This is a planetary. And this is a 4th base as well, excuse me, but go over here and see what damage he can get done.
So yeah, he might be able to come over here and just get some SV kills. No, it looks like the rest of the elites are not going to come down here and wipe this out. By the way, supply lead right now here for KeeN. INnoVation, the initiator on this map. But KeeN, the one that actually is the got the solid defense, man. And able to give him the runaround. KeeN also taking that upper right main.
Yeah, he's finally able to grab onto that. Meanwhile,
very, very defensive direction to expand to over here as well.
Yeah. I mean, this game could go insanely long. Like, this game could potentially go for 30 more minutes.
Oh, yeah,
no mistakes.
absolutely it could. Yeah.
He's also, INnoVation right now is starting to set up some very aggressive positions with, like, turrets with his tanks. And based on his position here on the watchtower, it looks like he's really going to set up, again, more of an arc, a bigger ring, which makes this choice by KeeN to take that upper right base further a smart choice. INnoVation also has that 9 o'clock base, so that's kind of his answer to this, even though he doesn't know that it's happening. But it's not like KeeN gets a massive advantage from taking this base. It's just a desperate move that will eventually pay off. And wow, he's actually going to get control of this high ground here as well. I don't think he should be attacking into this.
Did not expect to see 2 meching armies fighting on this corner of the map in this game, but he's got over there. Oh, I love the Viking land. Look at that. The tanks can't even run away. And you know, a matchup where it really comes down to how many tanks does, you know, each side have, and you know, because therefore who can get the better position. That was a great play. And INnoVation, frankly, just not in good shape now in this game.
Yeah, he lost a lot of units there. Just being way too aggressive without even having any idea that that base was up there. I can't even fathom why he'd be there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He's got a siege tank nearby, I think because he's expecting KeeN to take the base that he is, and he's like, ha, I'll siege up there, they'll never be able to mine. But then his army would have gotten trapped. It's just a strategic and positional mistake. It's just not a good choice. There's like there's no reason why that would be a good choice. But either way, He is going to deny some mining at that base, but it's one siege tank. All it's going to take is a scan to force that off. Although he is going to need to do it, might end up losing some SCVs here. Okay.
Well, nice little harass here from INnoVation, but not probably enough to get him back into this game. Now, no, map control is still going to INnoVation here. We see him. He's out. He's present. Problem is he's not actually dealing damage. He's kind of feeding into his opponent.
Yeah. Big move out here. Coming across the map with a huge air army. As well as his ground force. He's going to win this air fight.
Now, winning the air fight is, of course, so important because you can spot with your air army to hit the siege tanks as well as, land and do more scouting, take out harass. So, INnoVation with a lot of presence kind of muscles KeeN back. Looks like to the top center. Point defense round's coming down here.
Yep.
And it looks like he might be actually trying to engage into this. Might be an overextension here from KeeN.
Yeah, KeeN's trying to come in here. It's a bad engagement. He's going to lose more of these tanks to the Seeker missiles. He doesn't finish a lot of those off.
That was nice. Now I think INnoVation can push up. Hey, can you check on the preview PC? Does he see the upper right yet? Does he know about this? He's actually going to go onto this high ground.
No, he's just going to harass.
Okay, now let's see where these tanks go. Hold up. Where are these tanks?
He's just going to harass. He doesn't know about it. Vikings are actually going to clean them up.
Oh, man.
He's going to land these Vikings, I suppose. Meanwhile, a big move through the middle of the map by KeeN. This is mostly just Vikings he's up against. And INnoVation has a lot of his army missing. There it is.
He's doing a good job getting these SCVs. It's actually evens the SCV count. Now, what KeeN's doing is a little bit, I don't want to say dicey because I can't blame him at all for doing it, but this counterattack has to do damage.
He's
INnoVation's. Oh, man.
Weak splits.
Well, this, I guess, Seeker Missile does win this game, it looks like, for INnoVation. If this keeps up.
He has no Ravens. He lost his only Ravens, actually, in that last fight. He has no Vikings, so INnoVation is like, well, I don't have Banshees to kill your ground army, but I do have a mass amount of Ravens that I don't need the energy for because you're just not even trying to compete with my air right now. KeeN just used his Vikings to kill those siege tanks, and he actually lost quite a few of them. The Viking count at this moment in time is 15 to 6.
Look at this.
INnoVation's advantage.
You notice that there's hardly any SCVs in some of these new expansions mining minerals. That's because he's really just interested in gas in this mech versus mech fight.
Yep.
Oh my God! So many Seeker missiles. Almost hard for me to follow for a second. And now coming down here with the rest of these tanks, I think just a little bit too much damage output here. As KeeN does take that out, despite so many of those tanks being bruised. Yeah. And so now this is a really unique opportunity. KeeN actually gets to move freely on the map. Will he go to the right spot and punish it? And will INnoVation be able to kind of regain his footing here? These guys are both covered, like it's top versus bottom right now.
Yeah, and right now KeeN is going to the exact right location. He's sieging up here so he can take this base to the bottom right. It appears he, okay, he doesn't know about it. He's just going to siege up behind. He has so many Thors, and he's directly just countering INnoVation's army. He's like, okay, well, forget air control. I have Thors. That gives me, dominance here. You don't have enough Banshees, which is something that INnoVation is switching to right now, right? But he didn't have any Banshees. If you have Banshees, you usually just win this fight. But if it's just Viking, he pushes it back and continues moving forward with this massive Thor count. These Ravens are going to eliminate this with purely auto turrets, most likely. Actually, just going to use Seeker missiles.
Oh, this is cute. Maybe a little bit overkill here, but like...
I guess it's exactly how many he needed. I think auto turrets would have been fine.
I think auto turrets would have been fine. Okay.
INnoVation's a robot man. He's like, I need exactly 5 Seeker missiles. I want to send my Ravens away. They'll regen energy. He's like, Tasus, you don't know. I know the regen rate on the Raven, and it's going to have full energy.
It's like when I use Seeker missiles, the beautiful mind music starts playing. Like. All right, so... KeeN, I think, going to go for a quick nab over here at this expansion in the center left, but it looks like INnoVation actually might just be able to deny this. INnoVation doing a good job. KeeN, though, guys, this should be actually an incredibly, epically long TvT, which I love. I love TvT in general. It's actually, out of all the matchups, it's always been consistently the most interesting to me.
The reason why KeeN is staying in this game, for those watching, well, I don't know, it's like he's massively down supply. His army is actually able to do damage consistently. Oh boy, these Banshees get this army out of
this is a great trick you can blindside somebody with, just to make a bunch of Banshees like this, because the damage output's so high. Oh, he needs to chase those tanks. So the damage output is so high, and it's actually such a big map. It takes him so long to get back home.
Yeah, and he didn't have any Thors with his army. He's making a Thor right now. He's getting 2 starports. He has 4 Vikings on the map. He needs to get them with this, to deal with this. INnoVation has lost a lot of his Vikings as well, mind you, but he's got this bigger, better ground army that has Ravens. and auto turrets and banshees.
Okay, now this is such a ballsy move here by INnoVation, but sometimes you can just end the game with this.
I think he can
actually cut the base in half, and a lot of players wouldn't do this. They go for a more conservative route, but he's just going to go right in and go for the kill. And cutting off the factories from the rest of the expansions will allow these Banshees to do so much damage, especially when you see with the auto turrets down here right outside the starports.
He finds the starports, which is like the answer to what INnoVation is doing, so he can just take them out.
Yeah,
right?
I think this game actually just...
It ends here,
It ends, right?
No.
You can't save the upper right. Now, this was, some of the better tactical end-game play TvT that you could see, because it's a split-second decision for him to send those tanks over there, but he identified... are you all right?
I'm all right. Just drop the keyboard.
Okay,
sorry.
keyboard fell off the desk at the Observer PC. That wolf fainted, man. Wolf just passed that. It was too good. He was like, I just can't take it anymore.
I'm all right. Don't worry.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, he cuts this off. He gets in there. He kills off all these SCVs, and that's it. Look at the supply, 75 to 200. Game got turned upside down in the course of about a minute and a half. Wow.
Yeah, and that's all she wrote here, man. INnoVation is going for this.
KeeN was holding his own, and then bam, INnoVation sees the weakness. He gets in there, GG, and that's why INnoVation is one of the best Terrans out there.
The Banshee switch was the game-winning move.
It was. Yeah.
When you have a massive air control and your opponent's just massing Thors, then you're never gonna be able to use your air control. It's like, oh well, I don't even have any Vikings to kill. What are my Vikings doing in the air? If I land them, they're gonna all die. I need something else with this. Banshees are good. Battle cruisers are better, but it's a big map. It's slow. He didn't have the tech for it. He did get a fusion core. He didn't end up using it, but make Banshees, you can mass produce them quickly. You already had those tech labs to build Ravens with. You just make the Banshees, you hide them, surprise them, and it's like, you've got 4 Thors, that's not enough against this many Banshees. You don't have any Ravens, you have to scan to kill my Banshees. You lost the Thors instantly, and then you didn't have any anti-air, and the Banshees were able to just win the game.
Also, really INnoVation highlighting how to play endgame. That's when you have the whole tech tree done. The map is cut in half. He identified, let's do the Banshee switch. I mean, KeeN did not keep up with the pace of the changes, and that's why that looked like a dead-even game, and then boom, gotcha.
Well, here's our results. Bonnie goes to INnoVation. KeeN was able to take a win on Echo, very well played, wins in the macro game, and then INnoVation is able to take Coda and Cactus Valley back-to-back. We do not see Iron Fortress. Those are our results. KeeN will have to try again next season. INnoVation in Code S, where he belongs.
Well, guys, we have one more best of 5 here, and we're going to be going to that after this short break. So don't go away. We'll be right back here in the GSL Code A.